you guys, and happy Saturday. Welcome to my first video back from hiatus, and I am really glad to be back in the swing of things. So today, because it is Vlogger's Choice, I decided I wanted to do a book tag that I've actually wanted to do for a little bit, and that is the Nintendo book tag. I am a huge fan of Nintendo, and I'm a huge fan of books. So it makes sense why I would do this tag. So the first one is the NES, the Nintendo system, and that is a classic book you want to read. And I picked Laurel Ingalls Wilder, Little House Big Woods. I've actually read this book a really long time ago, but I want to read the entire series. I spent a lot of my childhood in Minnesota, so I mean, I kind of have a little bit of a love for these books. I also love the show. Next is the Super Nintendo, and that is a sequel you liked more than the first book. And a sequel I liked more than the first book is Catching Fire. I actually don't know where my copy is right now. It's probably in a box somewhere. I'm still unpacking. But I love Catching Fire, and I love Hunger Games, but Catching Fire was so much better than Hunger Games in my opinion. I just absolutely love that book. Oh my goodness. Next is the Nintendo 64, and that is a book that revolutionized the way you look at the world. And for that book, I picked Drums, Girls, and Dangerous Pie. I read this book in I want to say the 6th or 7th grade. And this is the first book that ever made me cry. So I really like this book. I actually want to reread it soon. It's really good. If you haven't read it, I totally suggest it. Next is GameCube, a popular book that did not go over well with you. And I am picking City of Bones. I have read this book probably 2 or 3 times, and I am not into it. I might try again to read the whole series now that it's all out, and I've heard that the other books that are in the same world are better, but I just could not get into this book. Next is the Wii, and that is a new favorite, and I am choosing Illuminae. I love this book. It is so good. It is so good. The WordNerds read it for book club a little bit ago, and I did not read it then because I'm a slacker. Next is the Nintendo Power, and that is your favorite graphic novel series or other series that you want to read. And I am choosing Nimona, and Nimona is actually not a series. It's just standalone as far as I know. I wish it was a series because I want more of this book. I want more of this world. I want more of the characters. I absolutely love them. It's crazy how much I love this book. Next is Super Mario, and that is a character that you would like to squish like a Goomba. And I am choosing Nick from Fangirl. I hate that guy. Literally, he makes me want to rage. Next is Zelda, and that is a new fantasy that you would consider a modern classic. And for that one, I'm going to go with Game of Thrones, the first book in the series A Song of Ice and Fire. Most people know it by the incredibly popular TV show on HBO. I have read the first book. I have not read the rest of the series. I know, I'm terrible. And I have the first book somewhere, but again, it is packed away in boxes. But that is definitely a modern classic. I definitely think that's going to be a classic for years to come. Next is Samus Aran, your favorite sci-fi book or a sci-fi book you want to read. And my favorite sci-fi book is Divergent. At least that's the one I'm going with. I have a lot of favorite sci-fi books. Fun fact, love Divergent, hate Insurgent. Next is Pokemon, editions that you would like to collect. I would like to collect all the Harry Potter books I can get my hands on. Specifically, I want to get all the illustrated copies. I don't have any yet, but hopefully that'll change. I want to buy all of them, and I want to buy the books that are in other countries with the different covers. I just want all the Harry Potter books. Next is Donkey Kong, and that is a book that has very original characters. For that one, I'm going to go with Nimona again. You can't get more original characters than this book. Seriously, please read this book. And the last one is the Nintendo fandom, and so it's what is a Nintendo game that you really want. I have 2 Nintendo systems. I have the classic Wii and I have a Nintendo 3DS, but in terms of games, I'm actually going to switch it up and say console I want. I really want the Switch. So if I could pick anything from the Nintendo fandom to get, I would pick the Nintendo Switch. So that is all I have for you guys today. Please join us tomorrow at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time for our normal live stream, and I will see you guys there.